In order to go full-time with what you love, you must treat it as your full-time. And a lot of times what people do is they wait. They're like, when can I like jump over and like let go of the old rope or whatever it is? But the key is to embody it as fully as you can. I did the 9-to-5 job and I made videos. And what happened is the vibration of making videos 30 hours a week outweighed the vibration of a 40-hour-a-week job I wasn't passionate about. It was a higher frequency. So what happens is by committing, you're committing to an identity, a way of being. It doesn't have to be some heady conceptual identity, but it's like a way of expressing your heart. It's a way of expressing that vibration into the world. And as you commit to it, remember, your identity is your commitment. And I remember one time I had John Assaraf. Any of you know who John Assaraf is? He was in the movie The Secret. He was on my podcast once, and he has this story where one time his mentor was telling him, like, John, are you interested in your goals or are you committed? Because they're two very different things. If you're interested in this higher vibrational version of you, when one little thing comes up, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? You're going to stop. You're going to make excuses. It's not going to come to fruition. But if you're committed, when the blocks come up, how will you do that differently? You'll move through it. You'll know that, yes, blocks will come up, fear will come up. It's just a natural part of that process. So committing to this version of you, and whatever that means to you, paired with meditation for aligning your energetic energy field, is the key with consistency. Every day. Meditate every single day. And it's like, if I could condense all my teachings down into one thing, it would be to meditate every day. That would be it. Some people don't like to hear that, but it's like if you meditate every single day, your life will transform over time. Kyle, who came here and spoke, he meditates for like 2 hours a day in silence in his backyard. And he carries with him an energy field, just knowing him personally. He's just such a clear and present person, and he's got such a clean field. And I can tell he meditates every day. I remember when I was in Costa Rica, there was one of the shamans there, and this dude it was the first time I remember after one of the ceremonies, I hugged this guy. And it was like I felt high for hours. And I've heard people talk about Shaktipat energy and all these things where like people's energy fields, but I never really believed it. But I remember hugging him, and afterwards, I could feel how present his energy was. And then I was blessed, like a year or two later, I actually was able to go to his house because we became friends. And I asked him, I said, how is your energy so good? Like your energy is just so present. It's just like people just like being around you. They feel light in your energy field. What do you think he said? He said he spent 10 years meditating for 6 hours a day. So I'm not saying that's what we all have to do in order to like get by. I'm just saying meditation consistently reaps a different energy field. Is this making sense? So in whatever proportion that works for you, apply that in your life. Commit to a daily meditation practice and a way of committing to your passion every single day. The energy of your passion is the energy of your heart. It's a higher frequency than the energy of your head. And committing to those two things every single day from this point moving forward, you will notice that in a year from now, all of those things you were saying on those voice notes or you were saying with your team, you'll notice that your life shifts in very profound ways because as you shift your field, your outer reality changes. Become the leader that you were meant to be in your own way, whatever that means to you. Could be just in your family life, could be in with your friends and your peers. It could be sharing a message that makes a big difference in the world. How many of you feel like that you're inspired to become like a coach or a healer or something like that? That's awesome. Yeah. It's a natural byproduct of stepping into your power. And like I was mentioning earlier, many of you, if not most of you, I believe came here to make a difference in the world. So in the same way that you're inspired by what I or any of the other speakers have done with creating this kind of energy that's rippled out, you have the energy inside of yourself to do the same exact thing in your own unique way, in not my voice or Matt's voice or Victor's voice or Callie, anyone. In your own way, you came here to be that shining example for other people. And claiming that is something every single person I'm hearing is doing in their own way, whether it's in your relationships, a divorce you went through, or whatever it is. There's a lot of claiming your own power back, which is beautiful.